Welcome to Moviefilm. I'm Carl, and I just watched a brand new movie called Borat 2. So let's talk about it. So it's finally Borat 2 day. October 23rd, 2020, we get installment 2 of Borat, a movie that a lot of us didn't even think was coming out until fairly recently. So I jumped out of bed this morning and said I had to watch it first thing and get my thoughts out on the internet for like 5 people to watch. In the weeks leading up to this review, I knew the movie was coming, I saw the trailer, and I started to get a little bit excited. My initial impressions was, it's never going to stand up to the original. How could it? Because Borat, the original Borat movie, is it still one of the most quoted movies out there? And the film had a certain shock value. We're going to be able to achieve that without making it look staged. And I think the answer to that is no. Borat 2 has its funny moments, but if we're honest here, if you've seen the trailer, you've more than likely seen the best bits. You've seen the biggest laughs already, and that's disappointing to say the least. As I said, initially my expectations were it's not going to live up to the original. But then I saw the trailer, then I saw some of the reviews from people like Seth Rogen, and I started getting pretty excited. And maybe that's where my downfall came with this movie. My expectations ended up being too high, higher than I expected them to be, and it just didn't live up to it. Now, Borat 2 does have its funny moments, but for the most part, I was sat on the couch watching the movie this morning, and I don't think I laughed out loud more than twice. And even then, I didn't have falling on the ground laughing like I had with the original movie, which again is a huge shame. But this movie did have a lot to live up to, because the original, while it's not an Oscar winner, it's not great storytelling, it was certainly a funny movie. Borat 2 has a bit more story to it, where he's trying to redeem himself after shaming Kazakhstan, and he's told to bring this sexy monkey to Mike Pence, and then somehow his daughter ends up eating the monkey, and he has to give her to Mike Pence. And a lot of shit happens from there. Borat, the original Borat film, I'd say I've watched it 10, 15 times, maybe more, down to various years, not all in like 1 week. But I really enjoyed it, and I loved it to the point where I watched it so much I kind of got sick of it. I was able to quote everything, and I've even watched the deleted scenes, because it's pretty funny. Borat 2, subsequent movie film, it's even got the name of our YouTube channel in it. I should love this movie, but I don't. And I don't think it has a rewatchability that the original had. I don't think I'll ever watch Borat 2 ever again. And it's not to say it's a bad movie, it's enjoyable once. I think you'll get some laughs out of it. I think there's some stuff that's just too scripted. Some of the stuff in the film seemed too scripted, and some of it only works if the people in the scene knew about it. Like his daughter arrives in a crate, similar to the way in Bruno the baby arrives on the carousel at the airport. His daughter arrives in a crate, and the guy who delivered it helps him open it, but then he decides he's going to close it again, so the guy just happily helps him close it and nail it closed, knowing there's a woman inside it. The only way that happens is if he knows he's in on it, which I assume he did. He must have known, oh, that's the guy who plays Borat, I'll just go along with it. Or he was told in advance. And they even address it in the movie that Borat is so well known because of the first movie that it was hard for him to pull off the same thing. So the only way it was going to work is if they staged it, and that does come across in a lot of the things in this movie, that they do seem staged. Overall, if I was giving the movie a rating, it would be definitely a middle of the road type of rating. I don't have a rating system on the channel yet. I don't know if I ever will. Would I recommend watching Borat 2? Maybe. As I say, the worst thing is that the best parts of this movie are all in the trailer. So if you've seen the trailer, you don't really need to see the movie, which is a huge shame. But if you disagree with me, if you've seen the movie and you've got a different opinion, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Borat 2. Maybe I'm being over the top, maybe I just expected a little bit too much of it. So if you got this far into the video and you're new to Moviefilm, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button as I try to grow this movie channel all about movies and build a community that also loves movies, so we can talk about all the movies that come out. Movies. And if you like this video, please hit the like button so I know that you're watching. And with everything out of the way, thank you so much for watching.